What's up, guys? Billy Doe's dipping back again. Got some good old Copenhagen wintergreen with me. It is 6 fucking o'clock in the morning on Saturday because I'm on my way to work. Let me get me a good pinch in, and we'll start this video. See if I can adjust that camera where you guys ain't getting that glare. Let's see. Nope, that just makes it worse. Well, you're gonna have to deal with the glare. But I can do something different. See how that helps. Watch the road too, though. Hopefully this video ain't upside down right now. If it is, I'll have to, but that's a little better. But as I said, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday morning, just on my way to work. Figured I'd make a video for you guys. I've been seeing a lot of shit in the news lately about cops being killed, and honestly, it makes me think that majority of the people in our country are fucking retarded. The Black Lives Matter movement is nothing but a terrorist organization full of a bunch of fucking retards. I don't understand the thought process of a lot of these fucking people, other than the fact that they are just a bunch of thugs. And the thing about the Black Lives Matter movement is these people talk about racial equality and shit like that. But yet, and that's something I've noticed about every quote-unquote minority, whether it be black people or Hispanics or gays or whatever it is that they all say they want equality, yet they all have their own special groups. Gay people have the pride parades, and black people have Black Lives Matter, and they have the NAACP, and different foundations that give them special treatment. And I don't think they understand what the meaning of equality really means. I truly don't. And especially with the funny thing about equality with like women is this whole bill that they're talking about making women sign up for the draft, and there's a lot of people that are not okay with that. That's equality. If you want to be equal to a man, then you got to do the same shit a man does. But back to my point is it does nothing for your race when you are out there killing cops just because they're cops. I understand that some police officers are not exactly the best people, but not all of them are like like that. And certainly none of them deserve to be gunned down for no fucking reason. Especially like the one guy, I don't remember where it was, because there was a few of them in the last couple days. The one guy called the cops and said that his house was being broken into. Then when the cops showed up, he shot him for no fucking reason, other than he was a fucking thug and he had nothing better to do with his life than devise a plan to take another person's life that didn't deserve to die. And now we've got people getting pissed off about this guy who got shot. And I haven't watched the video. I mean, I've seen a little bit of it on the news. But I'm sorry, police do not just show up and start harassing you for no reason. There's always going to be a reason you are being harassed. And if you resist, that's on you. You deserve whatever's coming to you when you don't cooperate. And it's bullshit that these people are going out and doing what they're doing and getting away with it. And they got anybody who supports these people is just a terrorist. I'm sorry. And it's a terrorist, it's criminal, and there's nothing to support. It's bullshit. And the funny thing about the Black Lives Matter movement and all these black people today, and I'm not exactly racist, alright? I don't hate black people. I hate pieces of shit people. I hate trashy people. The kind of people who are going out and killing these cops. And I hate the people who are behind. I don't hate the people, but I don't, you know what I mean? I don't support the people who are supporting Black Lives Matter movement. I think every single person who supports Black Lives Matter and every single person in Black Lives Matter should be on a government fucking watch list. But these people talk about slavery and talk about how the black people are oppressed. Black people haven't been oppressed for over 70 years. Or whatever it is. And slavery hasn't been around for a long time. Because here's the thing is these black people that talk about slavery don't know what the fuck slavery is. Their parents didn't know what the fuck slavery is. Their grandparents didn't know what the fuck slavery was. So don't sit there and fucking tell people, oh, white people owe us because we were slaves. No, you were not slaves. Your ancestors were slaves. Sold to you by your own sold to the colonies by your own fucking people. Two wrongs don't make a right. But you were sold to people by your people. And the blame does not solely fall on white people. And there's no reason I should be sorry for something somebody did 400 years ago or 200 years ago. Not 400 years ago. And there's no reason anyone should be sorry about something that happened 200 years ago because we weren't fucking around 200 years ago. So, I know this is kind of a rant video, but I just see a lot of shit happen today, and I feel like everything's in a delicate state right now. it's only going to get worse before it gets better. And one thing that makes it worse is this attack on guns and shit. Because now, well, I know in Missouri they're passing a law where concealed carry will be legal without a permit, and I think that's the way it should be. I don't think you should need I don't need a permit to carry out one of my constitutional rights. Gun ownership and the right to bear arms is a constitutional right. It was given to us by our forefathers, and it is not restrictive to technology. It is not restrictive to state laws. It is not restricted to the opinions of government entities. It is restrictive to the people. It is for the people. It was designed and put in place so that the people could actually do exactly what the first Americans did with Britain. It's so they could stand up and fight back if the government should get too powerful for its own good, which, in my personal opinion, it has. The government is too powerful for its own good, and it's not helping the people anymore. There are a lot of people in government I know do care about the people, but the people in power do not. The people in power, even when they do care about people, it will turn into corruption. It's just what the seat of power does. The seat of power is a very strong thing. It's something that will pull people towards that line where they're going to start tiptoeing into the realm of doing things that shouldn't be done and taking advantage of people who don't know any better. And in this day and age, there are a lot of people who don't know any better. There are people that the main thing that's wrong with our country is people do not educate themselves. People will see a news clipping written by the liberal media and go along with it because it is in the news. And people say, well, it's in the news, it's got to be true. That is not the case. The media will skew everything. There are sides to everything that we do not know because the media chooses not to tell that side, because the media wants people to divide, pretty much, because that's all the media really does. Is they'll tell these news stories about black people getting killed by white cops, and that just fuels the fire for Black Lives Matter. But do you know how many black people are killed by black people? Black people are killed more by other black people than anyone. And it's all because people don't know how to get a fucking job and actually work for their fucking money. These people want to talk about how bad they've got it in life. Get off your fucking ass. Stop being a goddamn thug. And put a fucking pair of work boots on. Go to fucking work. I work every fucking day, but 2 days a week for my paycheck. Any problems that I ever have, I don't blame on other people. Unless it's purely other people's fault. Unless it's something that's completely out of my control. But there's a lot of problems that I've had in my life that could have been prevented if I would have just been a little smarter. If I would have just nutted up and done the work that I should have done, I wouldn't have had some of the problems that I've had. And I'm not saying I've had a bunch of problems, but any problems that I have had are not other people's fault. Those fall on my shoulders and my shoulders alone. And that's the way people should think, is they should assume responsibility for their own actions. You know, it's not my fault that these people in the ghetto and in the low-income areas are poor. That's not my fault. That's not anybody's fault but their own. Because they choose not to get a job. Or they choose to stay at a job where they're not making enough money. Jobs are out there. And these people that have a criminal record are like, well, I can't get a job because I got a criminal record. Well, whose fucking fault is that? Is it my fault that you went out and held up a liquor store when you were fucking 20 and now you're 35 living off of government income because you can't get a job because nobody will hire you because you are a fucking thief? No, that's not my fault. That's your fucking fault. So don't take it out on the police. Don't take it out on white people. It's nobody's fault but your own fucking fault. It's your stupidity. And it's bullshit that these people think everything should be fucking handed to them. Everybody has a poverty mentality nowadays. And a poverty mentality is basically, well, it's everyone else's fault, so I'm just going to stay poor and blame it on everybody else. When you are not in a good place in your life and you choose to sit and bitch and moan about it and not do anything about it, that is a poverty mentality. When you think the world owes you something because of the problems that you faced in your life, then you are a worthless piece of shit. I grew up in a low-income family. I grew up in a trailer park, and we didn't have money. A lot of times we weren't exactly sure if we were going to have running water and electricity that week. But my parents did not ever blame anybody else for their problems. You know what my dad did? He worked his fucking ass off and got himself into a better job. Or now he is making about $40,000 a year. And my parents can finally live somewhat comfortably where they don't have to worry about whether they're going to have running water or whether we're going to have electricity. That's just a part of life. Everyone is going to go through a stage where their life is going to be hard. People don't understand that. They think everything should be easy peasy and they shouldn't have to actually work for anything anymore. And that's not the case. And even me, it took me a while when I was younger to actually understand that. Because I was working these jobs that didn't pay a lot, and I never had a lot of money. And I'm still working a job that doesn't pay a lot. But I know I've learned how to manage my money a little better to where I can afford the things that I need in life. I'm buying a house on a $9 an hour income. My fiance makes $10.50 an hour. We can afford a house, no problem. You make $12 an hour in Missouri, starting out at fucking Jimmy John's. Make fucking sandwiches for a living, and you can afford a fucking apartment. If you have someone else who's starting at Jimmy John's at $12 an hour, you can afford a house together. And this kind of goes back to my last video, is life is what you make it. You have to work hard in life. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry if I'm the one to break that bad news to you, but nothing comes free in this world. Everything has a price. your actions have a price. Your actions have consequences. If you go out and you're robbing liquor stores, and you go out and you're running with gangs and shit, and you wonder why society looks at you as a parasite, and that your life is so hard, well, that's your fault. That's your fault because you can't pick up a fucking pair of work boots and go pick up some fucking sod. You can't go lay some shingles. You can't learn a marketable fucking skill and help society out. If you help society, society will help you. And I mean that as in, if you learn a marketable skill and you're helping society, you will get paid. But that is up to you to take on yourself to learn those things. And this video is at 21 minutes long, so I'm going to end this pretty quick. But that's pretty much my morning rant, is this country is going to hell real quick. And people need to learn that nothing's handed to you for free. And that's not the way it should be. I'm sorry, but all these people think something's handed to them, but society doesn't owe them a fucking thing. So, yeah. I'm going to stop there because I feel like I'm rambling on a little bit. But I'll be up with a new video early next week probably. So, stay tuned, and remember, I told you to go check out my buddy T&D Outdoor Adventures. He's leaving today, I think, for good old Arkansas on a fishing trip. And he should have some good content up. So I will see you guys later. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. And like I say at the end of every one of my videos, is keep on dipping and spitting. I'll see you guys later.